Good evening to you, friends. I'm Greg Merriweather. Here's a look at your evening headlines. Amazon announced today it will build a $12 billion data center right in North Louisiana. The project will span Caddo and Bossier parishes. The project is expected to create 540 jobs. We're told the data center will support Amazon's cloud services. Construction is set to begin in the coming weeks. The woman right there on your screen is from Baton Rouge. Her family, she's trapped with them as well. They are trapped in Mexico. They say they never would have imagined that their vacation would end this way. They spent a week on a beach just north of Puerto Vallarta, and now they were supposed to fly home yesterday. Says they had to take a back way just to get to the airport and saw a bunch of smoke and cars on fire. Listen to her describe what happened as they went through airport security.
I'm walking through and we hear pop, 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 and the place goes crazy. They're just yelling to run, run. Everyone, people are throwing shoes, throwing luggage.
All of this unrest in Mexico and different parts of the country is happening because of a killing of the cartel leader, a very popular cartel leader there. And now the police are fighting with the cartel. She says, by the way, a shelter-in-place order started immediately. Their flights were canceled and they spent the night stranded at the airport. As of right now, it looks like they cannot get a flight home until Thursday. Officials with the Livingston Parish Fire Protection District say that crews and forestry groups are working to get several different fires under control. This fire here was thought to be under control last night, but crews say intense winds and just bad conditions all around are contributing to this fire reigniting. Coming up later in our show, or at least at 10 o'clock, we will show you more than 200 acres burned and what crews are doing to try and combat it. In St. Tammany Parish, a woods fire that shut down both sides of the interstate for hours yesterday evening is still burning today. Crews continue to work with state officials to keep this one contained. That means continuing to monitor hot spots, specifically near Highway 434. Officials say it most of the smoke is out now, but will remain for a little longer there in the area. Experts say if you drive through there, be careful because visibility could be impacted. So in response to these fires, parts of South Louisiana are taking precautions to prevent even more. Officials in Tangipahoa Parish have placed a burn ban in place until further notice. The ban applies to all open residential and commercial buildings. It does not apply to things like a barbecue pit, grill, or fire pit. All right, wind is not the only thing we're worried about out there. It's going to get cold tonight. Let's get over to Steve Caparotto.
Yeah, Greg, conditions getting a little better in terms of fire weather, but we have a freeze warning now in effect almost area-wide. We don't get these every single freeze, but given that's been pretty warm as of late, and as the Weather Service put a lot of greening, a lot of blooming, they want to put that freeze warning up as an extra heads up. Here's what I'm forecasting for Tuesday morning. Generally along and north of I-12, upper 20s, and then along and south of I-10, you're looking at low 30s for most of us. So a widespread light freeze. That's the key, a light freeze. Take care of people, pets, and plants tonight, but no worries with pipes, no need to drip faucets, and this is going to be a brief cold snap. We're going to warm up pretty quickly through the remainder of the week. Show you that in a second. Outside tonight, here's our skyline view looking back at the Rivermark Center. It's chilly, but it's quiet, 42 degrees. Winds have gone calm. The air's still pretty dry, relative humidity at 51%, but moisture levels are going to start to climb the next 24 hours. That'll help us out in terms of reducing that fire risk a bit. Temperatures around the region mostly in the 40s. Gonzales a little bit milder at 47. Hammond and Macomb right now checking in at 41. Some 30s as you go toward northwest. All right, so Baton Rouge starts out around 30 in the morning, mid to upper 50s at noon. Cold start, but actually a little warmer into the afternoon. Highs top out in the low to mid 60s. Plenty of sunshine. Winds will be lower tomorrow. We give you a quick first alert to our next chance of rain. That's going to arrive late Thursday night into early Friday as the front moves through. Behind that front, not really going to be a cool down. So after our cold start tomorrow, we warm up, scattered rains late this week. We're actually into the 80s by the weekend. Greg.
All right, Steve, thank you. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Good night.